Hello class, John Foster, week 3, first speech. Here we go, we'll get started. I want to thank the audience for coming today. Start off with a little question for the audience. Does anybody know what's only happened twice in the sports world since 1946? David, Jim, anybody?
Triple Crown?
Triple Crown?
Yeah.
That might be true. It's not the answer to my question, but it's probably true. I think you're right. I think
World Series.
World Series for
The Tigers.
Tigers. That's right. Tigers have only won the World Series twice since 1946. They won it the very first time in 1935. Second time, 1945. They won again in 1968, and then the last time they won it was in 1984. Got a World Series championship license plate here from 1984. You can still remember Kirk Gibson, Alan Trammell, Lance Parrish, Jack Morris, Willie Hernandez, Sparky Anderson, the manager, celebrating that championship. I've been a Tigers fan my whole life. I still play a lot of softball now. I played baseball growing up. We went to, Jamie in the audience, Alexis, nice enough to be the camera person today. We went to many of the games together. We actually went to, Jamie and I went to all of the playoff games in 2012 here. The purpose of this speech, however, is really to, I want to put this online for the Northwood requirements, but I want to send it in to Dave Dombrowski, the Tigers general manager, and Mike Ilitch, the Tigers owner, to convince them what we need to do to win the World Series in 2013. So I think we all know there's really two main aspects of baseball. You got to hit and you got to pitch. So let's run through the hitting. We'll start with the different positions. We've got Alex Avila at catcher. He's won a Silver Slugger Award in his past. I think we're fine there. We need to get a backup. First base, Prince Fielder, no concerns there. Second base, we made a trade last year for Omar Infante. I think we're in good shape there. Shortstop, Johnny Peralta is aging. He's got one more year on the contract, but we'll be all right there. Third base, MVP, Triple Crown winner, Miguel Cabrera. No concerns there. And then last, with no concerns, we've got Austin Jackson in center field. We need to figure out who's going to play left and who's going to play right.
Dirks.
Audience member says Dirks. Dirks may be one of the people that's going to platoon in one of the outfield positions. Between Dirks, Barry, Bosch, Avisail, Garcia, those guys are probably going to platoon in one of the positions, get some outfield depth, but the other position we need to find a free agent. Do we want to look at the big buck contracts? Maybe Josh Hamilton? I don't think so. Too much money, a lot of baggage. Josh Hamilton's been through a lot in his career, and I don't know if we want that baggage. What I think we should be looking at is someone like Torrey Hunter. He's played the last few years with the California Angels. Steady guy, awesome fielder. Last year he hit over 300, over 20 home runs, 90 RBI. Probably not going to be there for the next couple of years, but he'll hit 290 for us, 20 home runs, you know, in the 80 to 90 RBI position. That'll get us where we need to be. Last, the DH, we've got Victor Martinez coming back. Hit over 300 his last year when he's healthy, so as long as he's healthy, we'll be fine at DH. Let's talk about pitching a little bit. Everything, Justin Verlander is our number 1. Our number 2, Doug Fister. Number 3 starter, Max Scherzer. All-star potential. I think the number 5 starter, I'm skipping over 4, the number 5 is going to be the lefty rookie from last year, Drew Smyly. Very good rookie season. It's the number 4 that we need to talk about. Do we keep Rick Porcello? Do we try and re-sign Sanchez, Anibal Sanchez? He's going to ask for probably about $15 million a year. I don't know if we can afford that, but looking at who's out on the market right now, I think that's the first thing that they have to look at from a pitcher this year is re-signing Sanchez. Porcello, what I would probably do is look to unload him maybe for some infield depth. We really don't have a lot of depth at infield. I think outfield we've got some depth, but not infield. So let's go to the relievers. We've got Brian Villarreal, really good arm. Al Albuquerque, really good arm. Phil Koch, definitely a serviceable left-hander. Octavio Dotel, Joaquin Benoit, a little bit up in age, but I think they can produce. It's really the closer position we need to look at this year. Anybody thinking that we should bring back Papa Grande, Jose Valverde?
No.
Me either. I think we need to look at a veteran, bring in somebody and pay some bucks, but I don't think that's going to happen this year. So what I'm going to recommend to the Tigers is to take a look at Al Albuquerque. He's got an unhittable sinker. There's another gentleman in the rookies right now by the name of Bruce Rondon. He can throw 103 miles an hour. He's definitely an option, but I don't think you bring a guy up for his first major league experience and have him be the closer. So I'm going to say Al Albuquerque. To recap here, the purpose of this video is to convince Dave Dombrowski, the general manager, and Mike Ilitch, the owner of the Tigers, what they need to do. So in summary, I think we need to go out and pick up Torii Hunter to play one of the outfield positions. We need to re-sign Anibal Sanchez. We need to give Al Albuquerque a shot at the closer role. And if we do that, come April 5th, which is opening day in Detroit, it's going to be game 4 of the season because we open up on the road, but opening day in Detroit, game 4, we've got Sanchez on the mound. The lineup could be Jackson, Torii Hunter, Miguel Cabrera, Prince Fielder, Victor Martinez, Johnny Peralta, Dirks, we'll let Dirks start, Avila, and then Omar Infante. If we have that lineup, Al Albuquerque comes in, closes out the game, gives Sanchez a win. Maybe I'm wrong with Albuquerque, maybe it's not him. As long as it's not Valverde, we're fine. But if we can do that, if that can be the roster, there's no reason why we're not able to get a new sign to put up in the garage, in the basement, wherever it is, that says 2013 World Series champions. So, I want to thank the audience again. I appreciate you guys for coming. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the Tigers. Hopefully Mr. Dombrowski and Mr. Ilitch will listen to my plea, and that's it. So thank